Hey everyone, it is our last week in the month of March. I'm so excited that it's Palm Sunday today. All throughout March, we've been talking about patience, which is waiting until later with what you want now. The first week, we talked about when you have to wait, remember that God is with you. The second week, we talked about when you have to wait, remember what is true. Last week, we talked about Jacob and Esau, and we talked about if you don't wait, it could cost you. But this week, we're talking about you can celebrate even while you're waiting, which is one of the coolest things. So, we've been doing the Bible verse wait for the Lord, be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord, from Psalm 27:14. The week before Easter is called Palm Sunday, and we're going to play a game with palms. If you've already seen the story for today's Bible verse, you'll know that the palms that they're talking about are not these kind of palms. They're branches. And when Jesus came into town, people put palm branches down over the road for the donkey he was riding on to walk on. Well, we're going to play a palm activity because we don't have the other kind with us. I'm going to read a question, and if it's true, put up one palm. And if it's not true, no palm. So palm if it's true, no palm if it's not true. Ready? Let's get started. At Passover, God's people were celebrating that he freed them from Egypt. Palm or no palm? It's true. Good job. Let's do another one. Nobody celebrated Passover in Jerusalem. Instead, they all rode ships to America and went to Florida, to Disney World. True or not true? Not true. Didn't fool anybody. Jesus told his disciples to get him a donkey colt from the city. True or not true? True. Jesus decided to not ride the donkey because he found an elephant, which is even cooler, and he rode that instead. True or not true? Not true, even though elephants are super cool. The religious leaders were excited to see that Jesus was coming into the city. True or not true? Not true. They were not excited about Jesus coming to the city. Let's just do a couple more. People tossed their coats in front of Jesus so that he could walk on their coats. True or not true? Not true. They walked on palms branches. True or false? The people were loud when Jesus entered the city, and Jesus says, "Hush, be quiet. I'm trying to get into the city." True or false? False. Last one. Jesus knew the religious leaders were trying to trap him. True or false? That one is true. Thank you for playing this funny game with me. When Jesus entered the city on Palm Sunday, everyone was really excited to see what Jesus was going to do. People lined up and crowds formed, and they laid down palm branches for him and the donkey to walk on. They had been waiting for years and years to see God's promise come true. And that's what they thought was happening. And it was, just not in the way that a lot of them thought. Palm Sunday reminds us that we can celebrate while we're waiting. One way to celebrate while you're waiting is to keep your eyes open to see the good things that are happening while you're waiting. One of the biggest days in the church is coming up that we all love to celebrate, Easter. And while we're waiting, keep your eyes open to see the good things that are happening in the world around you, because you can celebrate while you're waiting. I would love if you can think of one good thing that God has been doing for you this week. What's one great thing that you can celebrate? Dear God, please help us to find the things worth celebrate while we wait for your promises. And thank you for coming back on Easter. Amen.